been a while. It's been a while since we put out a video, but we got a very special guest today. We're going to start this season out. We're going to start bringing back the videos one a week. So hopefully you'll tune in. Don't forget to like and share. Share it to your friends. God bless our veterans. That's what this show's all about. And hopefully during the sessions I can let you guys know where Blackout's going to be, our different events and stuff, so people that's a little farther away will have a chance to come out and see the truck. Today we got a special guest from the Mountaineer Warrior Alliance, and they are a non-profit group. They pretty much do the same thing that I do with the truck. They're out there to support veterans in need. And the only difference is I drive the veterans respect and honor, to show respect to the families and the fallen soldiers. They actually raise money to help veterans in need. And we need more people like him in this group. But I'd like to bring him in now. And I also thank you for joining in with the House Blackout today. Come on in here, Rick.
Thank you for having me, Chuck.
As you can see, we don't have face masks on.
That's correct.
Because in November, I think the face mask is going to disappear. So we don't wear a face mask. But we do use hand sanitizer when we need it. But Rick, you guys have done some awesome things. Some awesome things with our veterans. And I want to congratulate you and your group for the things that you have done. And I know the veterans that you've helped are blessed that you was around. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Mountaineer Warrior Alliance, and let them understand what you guys are about.
Yeah, so we stood up Mountaineer Warrior Alliance in 2019. It hasn't been a full year yet, but we're coming up on it. October 2019 is when we got stood up. You know, we're a non-profit 501c3. We do a lot of stuff with displaced veterans, PTSD, disabled vets. We help fight the homelessness with the rescue missions. You know, with a lot of the shelters all the way from Martinsburg. You know, just across West Virginia. We're statewide now, and it's just been a blessing to be able to do what we do, and you know, just touch, you know, like being able to touch the lives of all the veterans. We have some programs, you know, ever since the COVID happened, all of our funds have been down, but that's every organization. Trying to fight back, we're trying to get things going and being able to help the veterans and, you know, fight for the homelessness. It's an everyday thing. It's never going to stop. You know, when these veterans come back from war, they feel, and you know, that the military just puts them out. They feel like their brotherhood, you know, or their sisterhood's gone. That life that they've known for 4, 10, or 20 years is just over with. Now they come out here and depression takes over and they just feel like they're alone, and then they hit rock bottom and they crash in their life, and that's where we step in. You know, we have PTSD support groups. We haven't been able to have any of them in a couple of months due to COVID, and but anything we can get our hands in to help save a veteran's life, stop them from committing suicide. We've paid utilities, we've helped out with furniture, we've helped out, you know, we're in the process of helping the Korean War veteran right now with the transmission repair. It's always something. Everybody, you know, like a lot of the veterans always need help. We can't help every single individual. A lot of veterans who struggle from PTSD, they don't ask for help. They feel that, you know, like in some kind of cowardly way that they're not allowed to reach out for help. You know, and I once felt like that myself, you know, but I got good brothers and sisters who help guide me along, you know, because it's not easy, you know, bouncing back from active duty military to the civilian world. It's one of the hardest things that you'll face. But that's one big thing that we do. We've been getting big in supporting, you know, like the biker communities out there. We have a lot of things coming up, you know, supporting all the bikers. Half the bikers are veterans, and they have a bond and a brotherhood like most of us will never know. And, you know, it's important that all of us stick together and remember what the main cause is to help take care of one another, and, you know, in struggling situations. But yeah, it's, you know, like it's been a real blessing to be able to impact the few lives that we have. You know, we're not a big organization. You know, we're nothing like Wounded Warriors or any of that. You know, we're still small. I think our Facebook page is approaching a little over 1,800 followers, you know, which is awesome. There's actually people checking in on us, you know, seeing how we're doing and all that. And, it's, you know, like it's just been a blessing to be able to do and give back. And the fan club and our supporters that we've gained that are raising money for us to be able to help the veterans. It's just been a blessing. And, it means a lot when the community comes together for, you know, a cause for a veteran or a first responder who is in need. And it's just, you know, it's one thing to actually say that you care about helping something out, you know, an organization out, until you actually get out there and you're getting involved with the organizations and you're doing your part, donating money or volunteering your time, collecting water for, you know, the water drives. We've got a food drive coming up in September. We're trying to get in touch with Patrick down at the Martinsburg Union Rescue Mission for that. We've got a couple of cool upcoming events, you know, but other than that, you know, one of the events that we have coming up is August 15th, MWA and blackout, you know.
And Steve's also in there with us. He actually was doing that walk. So his
did you want to hit on that?
His girlfriend committed suicide.
Yeah, okay, you ever seen him in the journal, Mark?
Yeah, and he's actually doing the walk from Charlestown to Burkeston in her honor, and that's going to be a blessing. That's going to be a blessing to have him with us, and it's going to be a blessing to have everybody.
Yeah,
and,
support's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
You know, but we got a homeless veterans tribute drive coming up. That's August 15th. We wanted to hit it, you know, like a little bit on that. Chuck Timbrook and Blackout, along with a few other folks, they're going to be meeting with Chambersburg M&S Harley Davidson down there. You guys are going to meet at what? 3:30 you're going to meet down there?
Between 3 and 3:30 we're going to meet at M&S Harley in Chambersburg. If you guys need to find out where that's at, just type in M&S Harley Davidson, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. It's very easy to find. It's right off 81. We're going to be there between 3 and 3:30. Our kickstands, their kickstands are going to be up at 4 o'clock. This is for the homeless veterans. And what happens with this funding, everybody that does this ride is going to donate $5, and the money to this will be turned into MWA at the end of the ride, and then they will present that money to Walmart for body wash. If you guys know anything about the VA Center in Martinsburg, they struggle with body wash because they have so many homeless that come in and out of the VA Center, that they only give them like this much body wash, and because they can't afford to give them much more. So we're hoping to gain 6 to 7, maybe, God bless, 1,000 bottles of body wash. I mean, that's what we're hoping. The more the merrier. The body wash will be delivered. We're going to load up the body wash in the back of the blackout trailer, and blackout and bikes and MWA is going to escort this awesome gift to the VA Center. Now, we will not be able to go into the VA Center, but we will be able to take the trailer there, back it up, and of course their people will unload the trailer and distribute it through the VA Center. But I can't wait, man. I am so excited about.
There'll be a live video as well for everything that's being done after the ride.
That's cool.
We're going to have a video up of us riding up to the VA and the volunteer. We've already had 6 people volunteer for that to help us load and unload. So everybody will see. You'll see the video and the photos of all that stuff.
And if everything works out right and I can get my cameraman to go along, we might have a YouTube special for the Homeless Veterans Ride, and we might get him to, if he's available, that he can come up there. I gotta, I asked him to do so much, but it's an unpaid job for what he does and the editing and all that of these YouTube things. So I'm blessed to have somebody to do that work, and maybe I can talk him into going with us and doing a YouTube special and have me talk and run through the bikers and post it up. So stay tuned for that. I won't know. I'll let you know in the next episode.
So the biker community, it's, for those that don't know, they have the biggest hearts out there, and I still, this is my opinion, I'm sure other people will agree with me. Bikers are the backbone of the United States of America. Them and the veterans are the backbones of the United States of America. They will come together when needed for a great cause, and I think we're going to have a great turnout on August 15th for the Homeless Veterans Tribute Ride. With that said, there's 2 parts of the ride, alright? September, blackout, they're all going to be down M&S, Harley-Davidson, and Chambersburg. Alright, their kickstands up from down there at 4 p.m. Now, those are for the riders in Maryland and Pennsylvania who would like to meet up with blackout at M&S Harley-Davidson at that time. Alright, those guys are going to start flowing in down there at 3:30 and all that good stuff. That's the Chambersburg PA piece. Now, for the West Virginia and the Virginia riders, I will be, myself and a bunch of other riders will be at the Long Shots Billiards in Charlestown. It's right next to a Sheets. That's where we are going to gather before we take off on our ride to meet up with Blackout and all your followers and supporters down there. So we're going to meet at Long Shots for the Virginia and the West Virginia riders. Meet up over there at 2 o'clock. Our kickstands go up at 2:30 p.m. and that will allow us the proper amount of time to ride from Charlestown to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Once we head out of there, we're going to meet up at Blackout, Chambersburg, and then we will all gather for one final ride into Spring Mills for bike night. All right. You want to touch on that Cinco de Mayo? And
yes.
Yeah.
I know Steve has lined up a singer, which is going to be awesome. I did talk to everybody in the plaza is aboard. Pizza Montes, Cinco de Mayo, of course the Nail Salon, and all of them people are just, they're tickled to death because us having bike night there brings in business to them. The reason why we're not having vendors outside is because with all this stuff going on, we don't want the state to try to come in and interfere. So this is actually a bike night cruise-in. They can cruise in and out as many times as they want. The restrooms or the restaurants are open. They can go in Cinco de Mayo, have a beer. They can go into Pizza Matti's and order whatever. The Chinese restaurant is there. It's set up pretty nice. We'll have parking in the main lot in front, but once it gets full, we'll start moving our overflow into the Walmart parking lot right behind it. So we have enough room for 10,000 bikes. I mean, the Walmart parking lot is huge. So, and Walmart's not going to say anything to us because Walmart is like a partner to us because they know that what we're raising will be spent at Walmart to honor our veterans. And that is the name of the bike night. Honor our veterans bike night. And that's what it's all about. Any event that we put together is always going to have to do with the veterans. None of the funding, I will say this, none of the funding from the ride will go to blackout. Blackout will not take a dime from that funding. For the simple fact is, every dime will go to body wash for the VA Center. And I am so proud just to be a part of that issue. Our bike night is going to be wild. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be the only outside, well not outside, I'm sorry. I'll be the only vendor trailer set up with God Bless Our Veterans t-shirts. Our new t-shirt on the back is that right there. All these lives matter. That was perfect timing. To me, all lives matter. No matter whether you're black or white, it doesn't matter. But when you get into POW and fallen soldiers, all them lives matter. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today. And if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be here today. So I can't wait for the event. There's a lot of good things going to happen. We got a lot of biker groups, and like you said with the biker community, I love the biker community.
That's where it's at, man.
I don't have one specific biker community that I deal with. I deal with all of them. I don't care who they are, Hell's Angels, pagans, it don't matter to me. If they're willing to honor our veterans, I'm there with them. We'll do the ride. I don't separate, I don't point. I love them all because they respect our veterans and our country to the fullest max. And it's exactly what he said earlier. Veterans and bikers are the backbone of support for all our military in this country. And you guys are too. We can't leave you out. You guys are patriots. You guys are patriots. And God bless every last one of you. And God bless our president that the right decisions are made and the right moves are made. But what do you think about August 15th?
Well, I think that we've already got over 140-something people responded to go and are interested on the event. The event's listed on 2 different social medias right now, and you figure we still got a whole another 14 days before the event kicks off. We're expecting over 100 bikes. I'd say at least 75 bikes.
That's for the ride.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I'm expecting 1,000 bikes for the cruising.
Cruising?
Yes. Guys, you can come into this and cruise in and cruise out as much as you want. This is a bike rally more than it is a...
We're not really worried about somebody coming in and saying,
No.
hey, go home.
No.
Because you know what? Ain't nobody going home.
No, exactly.
There's nobody going home, It's just the way it is, and it's the way it's going to be.
If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Now, I do know the restaurants, you have to wear a mask to go in, but, you got to respect that part. So, we just need to work at the restaurant. But as far as being outside, hey, this is America. You all are free. You guys don't want to wear a mask outside, and you want to mingle and talk to everybody there in the different bike communities that's going to be there. you do it. You got our blessing. And
You got all the events out there. I'm sorry, not events, but you got all the protesters in there, hundreds of groups. But
yeah,
you can't come out there and tell us we can't do something to raise money for homeless veterans in need.
exactly.
Bathing supplies and all that.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen.
If they would do that, I'd be on 25 News next week. I've had 7 appearances on it, 25 Live News. And I'll tell you what, if they would shut our rally down for the veterans, I want to tell you right now, I would get my group together and we'd be on the news channel.
Yeah.
Because I'll guarantee you one thing. There's one thing, excuse my language, but don't screw with our veterans. That's all I got to say. I don't care if you're a governor. I don't care who you are. Don't screw with our veterans.
Other than that, man, I think we pretty much told everybody to, adjust the laws and if we should hit up on anything else.
Yeah, your website. How does people get a hold of your website?
So actually Facebook, Facebook was giving us our own little thing like Wounded Warriors, so they can go on there and donate.
Yeah.
We'll actually have our charity block that says no donate because we have to send a bunch of papers to Facebook, and of course, they verified everything and they check all your tax ID paperwork and your EIN number and all that. But we're really looking forward to getting that up on Facebook, so it's much easier because before, everybody who donated to Mountain Warrior Alliance, when you get on their home page on Facebook, you have to hit the Shop Now button, as if you're like shopping for a t-shirt. But that was the old way to donate. But here soon, hopefully in the next 10 days, it should say donations.
Yeah.
I can't dictate on how long Facebook's going to take to switch that over, but I know it's in progress already.
See, I have that. I just don't know how to set it up.
Yeah.
Because Facebook's already got my nonprofit.
But we left that to our treasurer to go ahead and handle that with Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, I got it. I can use PayPal, the PayPal button, because I'm set up through Google, YouTube. I'm set up through Facebook, Twitter. I send papers in for nonprofit for everything, including Walmart. Everybody I could send it into, and then Network for Good finally come in. Network for Good is part of the Gold Star. If you're familiar with Gold Star is one of the biggest nonprofits in the country. And then you have Network for Good, which is basically, I guess, partners with them. But they also are huge. And after my audit from a nonprofit, I talked to the Secretary of State to renew my nonprofit federal and state IDs, and she had told me that she submitted my info to Network for Good. So Network for Good did get a hold of me. They got all my information, and now I get $25 a month from Network for Good.
It's awesome. Huh?
To the, a lot of people say, well, I need no money. Well, you know what?
Everything helps.
Network for Good is so huge that they get $1 million donations. They'll get a donation for $1 million, and then they will break it down. They'll break it down and divide it up between everybody, so everybody gets a part of it.
What everybody needs to know too, for real quick, I'm gonna touch on Blackout raises money and all that, but they don't actually give their donations to veterans. That's not their purpose. Blackout is a rolling Statue of Liberty, if you want to look at it that way, to the veteran world, to active duty, to past and present. Every war veteran, every missing in action, POW, Blackout, is like a rolling Statue of Liberty. And there's only one like. But hey, I just wanted to congratulate you real quick before we end this. Your video on TikTok made over 1 million views.
Hey, and I also want to do something. I forgot to do it. Thank you for your service, man.
Yeah, thank you.
God bless
It
you.
means a lot, Chip.
And welcome home.
Thank you.
I always do that. I always look for anybody that's a veteran. I watch for their hat. I don't care if I got to walk all the way across the parking lot. If I see that hat, my ass is gone, because I'm going to shake the hand of that veteran and tell him that I respect him. what he did and welcome him back home. So guys, stay tuned for our next video. I can't wait. August 15th, don't forget it. We'll have my brothers. We'll have my brothers there. Mountaineer Warriors. We'll have all the biking groups from all different types, and I can't wait. And don't forget to do www.blackoutinc.org. Order your t-shirts. Order your t-shirts that says "God bless our veterans."
Give our Facebook page on Mountaineer Warriors Alliance a like and a follow. Thank you all so much.
Hey, don't forget, share, like this video, because we want to spread the word on YouTube. Thank you for being here with the House of Blackout. God bless you guys. God bless our veterans. And we'll see you on the next edition of the House of Blackout.
See you.